Hey everybody, Tony here with Nothing But Car Reviews, and today we're taking a look at a pre-owned 2018 Ford F-150 Raptor, so let's get right into it. So this color right here is going to be the beautiful race red, and our interior is going to consist of a black perforated leather. Now, the fun part about this truck is how fast it is, and the powertrain consists of a 3.5 liter twin-turbocharged V6 mated with a 10-speed automatic transmission, and they get you about 450 horsepower. So a lot of power coming out of this truck. But as we get to the back end here, we have, of course, LED tail lights and LED headlamps. And I like this one because it has a custom spray-in bed liner that actually matches the color of the truck. So it looks like that's just the bed, but that's actually all Rhino right there. So really, really cool. And then of course we have our step here. So I hit this button here, and then I can pull this out, and then just hop on there. And I really just like how they did the black here, badging F-150 Raptor, that kind of carbonized blackish gray. And then these pipes here, of course, really hot, but really liking this truck so far. And then we have our fuel filler there. And this one I think has like 37,000 miles in really good shape. And you can set up your keyless entry there if you want to do that. And then, of course, we have Rhino steps there. Let's take a look at these all-terrain tires. And then we have, I believe those are 17-inch aluminum wheels, and then of course the big 33s, 35 tires. Let's go around in the front here, and these are also added options. So we have our LED headlights along with our LED fog lamps there, and then we have a light bar there, and these are all hooked up to our aux power, which we can control from inside the cab. But a really aggressive look, and I love how the previous owner put these lights in here. It look really good. Let me go ahead and pop the hood. And then there we have that 3.5 liter twin turbocharged V6. But next, let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So from the inside of this truck, tons of room, of course, this being a crew cab. I have about 2 inches of headroom here because we don't have a optional sunroof. And then the seat bottom is very, very wide. So I'm able to sit here, even with my big stature, have plenty of space. So we're just really impressed by that. Over here, we have our power window controls. We can up and down those, and then we have our window lock there, and then we have our power mirror controls here, power door locks here, and then to actually open the door, we just pull up on this here. But I like how they did, look at all that space down there. We have storage here, even storage in here, and then a cup holder here. And I like how everything's all blacked out, and then you have this little accented with the aluminum brush. Looks really nice. And down here, we have our headlamp controls. Then we can control our bed lights. And then we even have adjustable pedals. And we can push those back and forth. On the steering wheel, we have paddle shifters behind the steering wheel there. And we can go through our gauge cluster functions using these 4 arrows here. And then we have cruise control. We can set that on, off, resume, cancel. And then we have our volume controls here with voice recognition. And then the fun stuff here, we can go between our drive modes, and then we can go between our steering modes. So we can choose between comfort, normal, and sport, and then Bluetooth controls here. But next, let's go ahead and take a look from the passenger side. So from the driver's seat, like I said, I have plenty of space, but what's awesome is just how comfortable these seats are. This leather is very, very plush. It's not firm, but the actual insert is kind of firm, but very comfortable against my bottom here, and I love how these bolsters hug up against you in a truck like this. So just really impressed by the overall seating and just how plush everything is. But here we have our glove compartment, pretty good size. We have owner's manual there, and then we have space down here for whatever. And then over here we have a 12 volt with the 110 volt 3-prong household plug-in, which I always like to have up front. And then up here we have the controls for those aux inputs I was talking about. So these are for the lights, and we have 3 extra ones we can hook whatever up to. And then we also have a power rear sliding window in the back there. Let's go ahead and take a look at this radio here. So for our audio, we have AM, FM, XM. We even have a CD player in this one, and we also have our Bluetooth audio. There's our home page set up there, so we can control those 3-stage heated seats from the screen or down below with the AC controls. And then we have our Apple CarPlay, Android Auto as well. But up here we have our hill descent control. We can toggle that on and off, traction control, hazards, and then we can even toggle that auto stop off if you don't want to have that on. But down here we have our presets here. We can go between our tracks or radio stations there. We have our knob there as well. We can do that, and then we can also toggle the tune too. And then volume, CD players down here, and then we can eject there. And down here to the AC controls, we have single zone, and we can adjust all of that there. And then right up here, 4-wheel drive, so we can lock the rear axle or rear differential and go between those. We can also just turn the knob and go between our 4-wheel drive auto mode, 4-wheel high, and then our 4 low. So down in here, little storage, but 2 USB inputs there, and that's how you'd run that Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And then to our shifter here, that 10-speed, we can hit the button behind, reverse, neutral drive, and then we can go to manual mode, and we can shift using this here, or we can shift using those paddles. And then 2 cup holders here. Check out the space in this center console cubby. Huge. Really like that. And there's even a 12 volt in there as well. But crazy amounts of space in there. Finally, let's go ahead and take a look at the back seat. So the back seat room back here is crazy. I'm 6'3". I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size, and look how much room I have between my knees and the back of the seat. Really impressive. And even the back seat here, just really comfortable. Feels really nice against my hands. And then we have our center seat that folds down, cup holders there. And look at this headroom, just crazy amounts of headroom. But I feel really good back here. Over here we have 2 USB inputs, a 12 volt, and then another 110 volt 3-prong household plug-in, AC vents, and then 2 cup holders up top. So really everything you need if you're gonna be riding in the back in one of these bad boys. But now on my favorite part, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Raptor out on the road for a quick test drive. Oh, that is fast. That is so fast. Oh goodness. And in sport mode, this Raptor loves to rev hot, even with this 10-speed. Let's try these paddle shifters out. crazy fast, especially for a huge truck like this. I'm gonna put it back in a normal mode. And the ride actually is not bad. I'm getting around 15 or 16 miles per gallon coming down the interstate doing, what, 72? And then that gets closer to about 20 as I'm coming down this incline here. So the EPA's 18 miles per gallon highway is pretty on point. But the ride, of course, is bouncy with these huge tires, but it's still a comfortable ride. And most of the bounce is just coming from the steering wheel. And what I've learned, I've driven one other Raptor. The sport mode really is a different animal from the normal mode. You will not get up as fast in normal as you will in sport. So if you want to have a good time, I definitely recommend that you make sure that it's in the sport mode. And like I said, the crazy thing about this, it's not the fastest vehicle in the world, but it's a full-size pickup truck that could tow 6,000 to 8,000 pounds. And I mean, you're over here getting up. Just a very impressive truck. And Ford has always been kind of, well, Ford and Ram have always been going neck and neck in terms of what luxury or power amenities they can bring to their vehicles. And the Raptor really encompasses all of that. You have heated seats, AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth audio, 5 or 6 different drive modes, 3 different steering modes, and just the overall cabin quality is very, very chic. And having the 10-speed automatic in this truck, that's where you really can get some better fuel mileage driving around town doing maybe 50, 60 on the highway. But of course, with the way this truck is set up, you're not going to get anything crazy because it's not made for good gas mileage. It's made for a good time, really. But the power delivery in this truck is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And it really does handle very well. I don't feel like I'm in a regular F-150. I feel like I'm in a Mustang truck, really, and that's what these are meant to feel like. So as I come to the end of my test drive, I'm just going to let you all know how much you can buy this truck for and give you my final thoughts on the 2018 F-150 Raptor. So I want to thank Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this 2018 Raptor. Definitely had a good time. I'll leave a link below to the truck as well as their entire inventory in the description. But final thoughts on the Raptor. These really are awesome trucks. That's why you see so many of them out on the road, even though they're extremely expensive, because you get your truck usability. You're really not losing that much fuel mileage as opposed to just buying a regular truck. And you just get something that's really fun to drive and you can make really fast and really make it your own, kind of like this one. But this is priced at $63,921, and a lot of that has to do with just the current market right now in America with the chip shortage and all that. So I would definitely recommend the truck. Maybe just not recommend to buy one right now, but if you're looking for one, this is definitely not bad price for what you get. So with all that being said, I want to thank y'all for watching the video. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you liked what you saw today, and we'll catch you on the next one.